Om Sai Ram, this is Venkat for Starsa.com. I'm really happy today because I am going to talk about N.V. Gunaji, who translated Sri Sai Satcharita, the book which has Baba's Leelas, his stories, the way he lived in English. So why it is so important? Because of course the original author of Sri Sai Satcharita is Govind Raghunath Dabolkar, alias Hemant Pant, and this is a book which I really treasure. So it is 2002 edition, the English version of Sai Satcharita. I love it especially because, and this is N.V. Gunaji. This is N.V. Gunaji. See, he is N.V. Gunaji. And why I love this book is because in 2005 or 2000, yeah, in 2005, I came to know about Sai Satcharita and I read it and I read Baba's Leelas for the first time. And that is how I learned about Sai truly, madly, and deeply. Though I've been worshipping Baba from 1994 in this birth. Now, I also treasure another book which I got from the Saiva temple, the Nagase Mandir in Coimbatore, on my birthday on November 4th. And it is such a beautiful Tamil version of Satcharita. And again, I like everything antique. This again is a very old, I think it's published in 1980s. Very kind of, very kind of antique book. Now coming to the reason why I love, why I respect N.V. Gunaji is because it says life in a universal language, and this man, this humble devotee, got the opportunity to write it, translate it, and give it as a gift for all of us. So I really respect him, and thank you to Hemant Pant, to Dabolkar, and thank you to N.V. Gunaji. And to be very honest with you, I don't think the English we are learning now, currently in this generation, can be compared to the English which was taught back in 50, 60 years back. I don't know the reason because I feel my language is not that good. And the way N.V. Gunaji has used the words in Satcharita, in his original translation of Sri Sai Satcharita is really beautiful. So look at this photograph of Baba's Padukas. And there is another photograph which I really love in this book. Let me see if I can quickly take this to you. I'm sorry for making things late. Yeah, these two photographs. I really treasure these photographs. Look at Baba, the way he's keeping his hands, and he's very powerful. Now, let me go and read what was written in the preface of the Satcharita in English version, which was published in 1944, and what was written in that preface about N.V. Gunaji and Baba, how Baba got this work done. The English translation. So listen to me. I hope you will pay attention and listen to this. So this is what was written in the Sri Sai Satcharita first edition in 1944. So author N.V. Gunaji is writing this. Many years ago, I heard from some of my friends about Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi and his miracles. But unfortunately for me, he did not draw me to him while he was living. Some 13 or 14 years after his passing away, I had gone to my noble and worthy friend, the late Mr. K.G. Deshpande, bar at law of Baroda, at his temporary residence at Charni Road, Gurgaon at Bombay. There I happened to see for the first time Sri Sai Baba. His small portrait was kept in the household shrine for worship. Then 4 or 5 years later, I saw with my friend the late Mr. K.G. Ajrekar, government pleader, the book The Sri Sai Satcharita, written in Marathi, OV verse by Mr. Govind Raghunath Anna Sahab Dabolkar, alias Hemant Pant, and some stray numbers of Sri Sai Leela Marathi magazine. When I went through the book and magazines carefully, I felt a very great love and devotion for Sai Baba, who then captured me. So he has learnt about Baba even when Baba lived, but only later on, after 15, 16 years of after Baba's Samadhi, he saw Baba's portrait in a friend's home, and probably gradually his devotion on Baba started taking shape. And he has also got a Marathi book of Sai Satcharita, and he has read that. In 1939, I went to Bombay for some private work and had a mind to go to the holy place, Tirth Sirdi, on my way home. But finding that I had not sufficient money for the pilgrimage, I changed my mind. With that little money I had, I purchased Sri Sai Satcharita in Marathi, Sri Sai Baba of Shirdi, A Glimpse of Indian Spirituality, which was written in English by R.B.M.W. Pradhan, two Marathi pamphlets named Sainath Sagunopasana, and Sri Sai Leela Kirtan Anka, a special number of Sai Leela magazine, and pictures of Sai Baba, and thus brought the real Sai Baba home with me. Since then, he has been staying with me and guiding me in all possible ways. So he, instead of going to Shirdi, probably in 1936, he actually bought all these books and he felt really happy about it. And in 1941, I made a pilgrimage to Shirdi. So finally in 1941, I made a pilgrimage to Shirdi and took darshan of Sri Sai Baba, his big picture in Dwarka Mai, the Samadhi Mandir, as also of Chowdi, his Guru Samadhi under the neem tree and Lendi Bagh. After my return, I began to write articles in simple Marathi prose in Sai Leela magazine describing his Leelas under the caption Sri Sai Gatamrita. 7 articles have been already published and others are to follow. So in 1936, he wanted to go to Shirdi, but he did not have money. So instead of going to Shirdi, he bought beautiful books of Baba, and he says that is how Baba lives in his home. And finally, after around 5 years in 1941, he went to Shirdi and had darshan of Baba in Samadhi Mandir in Dwarka Mai, and he felt really blissful, and he started contributing articles to the Sai Leela magazine. Knowing my shortcomings very well, I had no mind nor intention to write anything in English about Sri Sai Baba. But it seems that he forced this very thing on me in this wise. Mr. S.N. Kakar, the then editor of Sri Sai Leela magazine, wrote to me a letter dated 12/8/1943. So he thought that he's not good in English, but I feel N.V. Gunaji's English is really beautiful. And so he didn't want to contribute an article in English, but the editor of Sai Satcharita wrote him a letter in 1943, August 12th. In the English, so this is what he wrote. In the English section of each issue of Sai Leela, in the absence of competent contributors, coming forward as at present, the South Indian devotees decide that if in each issue a purport of each chapter of the Sai Satcharita is given in English, it may be greatly appreciated by the South Indian subscribers, as they have an ardent desire to know and be possessed of the teachings contained in that book, which being in Marathi is a sealed one to them. So until 1941, there was only a Marathi version probably of Sai Satcharita being published. So it seems there were few South Indian devotees in Bangalore, in Chennai, small towns here and there. There were some South Indian devotees who loved Baba, and for them, what will they know if the articles come, the articles in Satcharita is only in Marathi. So the editor requested him to see if he could contribute. So this is what I will continue reading. I, for one, look upon you as the only Bhakta who can take up this work and help in Baba's service. I could not but comply with Mr. Kakar's request, and therefore rendered a few chapters of the book into English and sent them to him for perusal and approval. He and the Sai Sansthan committee approved of my reading and asked me to go on with the work. So he just wrote some sample of translation of the Satcharita and he sent him, and they said, okay, it's really beautiful, you continue to write more and send it us. I sent the chapters as they were ready, and they began to appear in the English section of Sri Sai Leela magazine. Up till now, 7 chapters have been published therein. The Sai Leela is now a quarterly magazine, and if one chapter were to be published every third month, it will take many years for the completion of the whole work, which contains more than 50 chapters. So Sai Baba, in his mysterious way, suggested to me to finish up the work soon and help me to accomplish it in the last Chaturmas monsoon. So within, Sai Leela those days was published every 3 months, and N.V. Gunaji thought, okay, I'm translating 1 chapter every 3 months and it is being published in Sai Leela magazine. And he had a desire, eagerness to translate the whole 50 chapters and finish it. And he also finished it within 4 months. Because this is how Baba makes you gets his work done from his servants. Baba gave him this desire and ability and capability to translate the whole 50 chapters of Sai Satcharita in Marathi, and no one in Sai Sansthan's trust asked him to do that. His own heart said that he should translate that. He was devoted to Baba. He felt he should translate the whole book, and he did that in 4 months. As I worked from day to day, I found that I sometimes stumbled upon many difficulties, but they were soon solved somehow or other by his grace, and thus the whole work was completed within 3 to 4 months. I am very glad to mention here that my spiritual friends, Dr. V.H. Date, MA PhD of the Lingaraj College, Belgaum, and Mr. D.L. Niro Kekar, BA LLB and MBE of Nasik, have gone through the whole MSS carefully and very willingly assisted me in the service of Sai Baba, as also some other friends with their suggestions and encouragement. May Sri Sai Baba bless them all. So his friends in Belgaum, they also helped him to review the translation and they encouraged him to do that. I may mention here in passing that I belong to the same community and same Gotra, Bharadwaj, which is the Bharadwaj Gotra, to which Mr. Hemat Pant belonged, and I also bear the same ally's name. The only difference being that he was called Anna Sahab, while I am merely Anna. So the kind of the sync, the relationship between Hemat Pant and N.V. Gunaji is that he also belonged to the same community, which is the Gotra, Bharadwaj Gotra, and while Hemat Pant's last name was alliance was called as Anna Sahab, N.V. Gunaji was merely called as Anna. Lastly, I conclude this short preface with a short prayer that may Sai Baba bless us one and all and lead us on the path of self-realization. Amen. Bow to Sri Sai, peace be to all. Talakwadi, Belgaum, N.V. Gunaji. So this was written in 12/12/1944, which is December 12th, 1944. I hope you really love this what Gunaji wrote in the first edition of Sri Sai Satcharita in English. Why I bow to N.V. Gunaji is because I will tell you a secret now. You believe or you don't believe, that is up to you. But at this moment when I say this, I feel Sai is here. In 2007, January 1st, I had a dream. And this is how the dream was. I see Shirdi, the current temple complex in Shirdi. It was like a huge dome. The whole place was like, like it was very sophisticated. It was like a huge dome. And I saw some security and all outside, very nicely dressed, very professional. And I'm trying to enter, and they say, okay, your entry date will be on this particular date. And so the moment that particular date and time comes, you can come here and you'll be allowed inside. But the dome which I saw was not like this, the current temple complex alone. It was like the whole Shirdi, the whole village of Shirdi, um, with much more square kilometer, that was converted as a huge dome. And the same dream, I had another dream in which I saw the following, which was 100 years from now. Let's say 100 years from now, 30% of the world's population, 30% of the world's population, mark my words, are becoming Sai devotees. Okay? 30% of the world's population are becoming Sai devotees. So imagine the crowd that comes to Shirdi. Imagine even now it is very hard to reach Samadhi Mandir. Sometimes we have to wait in the queue for 3 to 6 hours. Baba told me 100 years from now, 30% of the world's population will be my devotee by 2100, or maybe 100 years from now. So imagine the kind of crowd that comes to, people will come from Spain, Australia, US, all these places. So now there are so many Indians living abroad as Sai devotees, and some very few scattered here and there, other people who are Americans or Australians or Europeans, they are Sai devotees. But imagine when Baba goes deep inside these countries, and his greatness spreads among these devotees, there will be huge crowd coming to some, because you can build 1,000 temples for Baba, but there is only one Samadhi. There is only one Dwarka Mai, and you have to come to Dwarka Mai. If you want to feel the presence of Baba in Shirdi, and if you want to at least feel, Baba is present everywhere, but if you want to see where Baba lived. And so imagine the crowd that will come to Shirdi in the next 50 to 100 years. So I saw in the dream, people were confused, the people, the management, the shopkeepers, the authorities, everyone are in a confused state, how to manage this crowd, how to, we cannot tolerate this, there's a huge queue, we cannot manage this. And that is when I see from the Samadhi Mandir, there is a huge plan. We make a plan. If you want to build an airport, if you want to build a house, you make a plan. Like that, a plan emerges. It comes out of Samadhi Mandir, which means not by miracle, it is just flying down. And that plan shows how the whole Shirdi should be transformed. The whole Shirdi village should be transformed to a huge dome, a kind of a place where, how things should be organized, how people should be sent inside. So this plan is something that emerges from somewhere from the Samadhi Mandir building itself. And then people start to get the funding, and they reconstruct it to accommodate so many people who are devoted to Baba. Now, as a Sai devotee, it is nice to learn this, but think about it. Someone who's not a non-devotee of Baba, if they listen to me, they will just say that I'm a fool. But I'm telling you, not the Western countries like in the US and Australia, not those countries alone. Imagine there is so much of suffering in countries like small countries like Bangladesh, Cambodia, we call it Burma, other, small Southeast Asian countries. Think about countries like, countries in Africa, where there is, so much of poverty, so much of struggle, so much of sufferings. So we have to take Baba's glory into everyone. Let everyone learn about this saint. It is up to them whether they are going to worship him or not. It is up to them. But we must create an atmosphere for everyone to learn about Baba. Okay, because this is the world where gurus are emerging on YouTube, and people are going out and in crowd, and behind a false guru, a guru who just needs your money, a guru who calls himself as a guru, but he cannot be an antaryami. Saints like Baba, Sripada Sri Vallabha, Narasimha Saraswati Mahaperiyava, and all the 18 Siddhars of Tamil Nadu are all the Tamil Siddhars. Everyone, if you see the Navnats in Maharashtra, they're all antaryami. They can live in your heart. Baba Sai can live in your heart individually. He is living to each and every single devotee. Baba is living inside him, and he is working on his life. Everything there is a calculation. The gurus you see today, the false gurus, they can just speak some good. They can just give you some good quotes. They can just laugh and smile, and they can cheat you. So it is important for us to spread the greatness of Sai, spread the glory of Sai, and that is the reason for people, for a South Indian like me, to learn about Baba. Though there was a Tamil translation available of Satcharita, I still respect N.V. Gunaji for presenting us this beautiful Sri Sai Satcharita in English language. So with this, I will complete this because I have revealed one of the dream which I never wanted to reveal to any of you. Um, I don't know what made me really reveal this. It is around 1 o'clock at night when I record this. So whoever listening to this, remember, you might be facing lots of difficulties and sufferings in your life, but be happy. You have the greatest, sweetest guru on earth. You are with Baba, and Sai is living inside yourself. And the more you chant Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, Om Sai Ram, you can chant Sai, Sai, Sai. Sai is listening to you, and he will make sure that your life is meaningful and life will be beautiful and good, and you will be blessed with good health, peace, and prosperity. Om Sai Ram, 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 Om Sai Ram.